Today, we are going to compare N8N Cloud versus self-hosting N8N. So quickly, N8N Cloud is what we're looking at now. It is the default software. N8N Self-Hosting is when you use a service such as AWS, DigitalOcean, or Hostinger to host your N8N application software. So the first thing we're going to do is talk a little bit about what makes N8N different. That really leads into which one you should go for, cloud versus self-hosted. So there are many automation tools on the market, such as Zapier, Make.com, but N8N is different because it is open source. Open source, what does that mean? So when you see GitHub here, this actually is a good signal that the software you're looking at is open source. So the big thing about open source for all the non-nerds out there is that you can actually see the code if you're curious about what it looks like written. I'm actually going to take a look into, let's see, packages, workflow. So this is an example of, these are all tests, but I'm just going to click into a package. Let's go into source. Like this, for example, is the code. So if you're interested in what the code looks like, then here you go. What does this practically mean? This practically means that you could write a feature. So here, a pull request, if you want to write a feature, you could actually, these are different features from the community that want to be pulled into the code. If you're looking at something like Zapier or Zapier, I don't know how to pronounce it. Their code is closed source, so you don't know how it looks. And finally, what you can do is if you want your own version, you can actually do something called fork. And right now, I have all of N8N's code right here. And like I said before, you cannot do that with other software like Make.com because it's closed source. And since it is open source, this means that you could host this on your own computer for free, or you could host with a platform such as AWS, DigitalOcean, or Hostinger. It's similar to the concept of self-hosting WordPress sites. And a lot of the different companies I've mentioned, you actually can self-host WordPress sites as well. So I use Hostinger. The time I signed up, it was $3.99 per month. If you sign up for a whole year, I see now it's like $195. And it honestly is the fraction of the cost of N8N Cloud, which is $24 a month. So what I liked about Hostinger is that you already have an image of N8N. If you click over here. Oh, here it is, like $4.99. I already have an account, so if you go over here, this is what my self-hosted account looks like. Once again, this was really easy for me to get up and running. And when you look at it, it's very similar to what the N8N Cloud looks like. So I love this. This is what it looks like. It works similar. Here you have execute workflow. It's inactive. Let's make it, oh, there's no trigger nodes. So I think you just execute workflow and it works. Like I said before, this is about 80% of what you would find in N8N Cloud. You have triggers. You go over here. You have your different nodes. You have a human in a loop. And yeah, that's basically it. So if you want to save money, I would say self-hosting is a good way to achieve that goal. Now I'm going to show you what N8N Cloud looks like. So as you can see, it doesn't look that different from N8N Self-Hosted. We're going to create a new workflow. And so we have two steps here. We can add a first step or build with AI. We're going to actually choose build with AI. And this is the first difference that you will see between N8N Cloud and N8N Self-Hosted is this build with AI. So I can say, I would like to delete all Gmail messages older than January 1st, 2020. And you press this orange arrow. And what you're looking at here, so there's two options. There's ask and build. And we have it on build. And as you can see, there's monthly credit. I have about 4. I think after this, I'll have about 3 credits left. And the biggest difference is you don't have to build the automation yourself when you're using N8N Cloud and N8N Automation, and it's done. So another change that you would find is there are different nodes that you can't find in N8N Self-Hosted. Work configuration's one of them. I can't really tell you what work configuration is. It's like a filter. So like for instance, it says a cutoff date is 2020, January 1st. Another difference between N8N Cloud and Self-Hosted is how you authenticate. So when you're using N8N Cloud, you can just press a button and use the account that you have saved. But when I was setting up Gmail with N8N Self-Hosted, it took me a good 2 hours to get it up and running. Did I figure it out? Yes. Was it easy? No. So this is basically what an N8N Cloud example looks like. And it runs just like self-hosted N8N, except that there are certain helper functions and helper features that you would not find in self-hosted. Finally, the verdict. Which one is better, N8N Cloud or self-hosted N8N? Before I give you the answer, a little bit about me. I am a nerd. I spent my 20s installing different versions of Linux on my Lenovo Nano. I know that dates me a bit. I love the command line, and I've been coding for over a decade. However, N8N is worth the money, hands down. 3 reasons. Authentication is not a pain. It's pretty easy. N8N and also N8N Cloud has nodes that you can't find on self-hosted. And I have to say, I have experimented with a lot of AI chatbots, but N8N AI is worth the hype. Using N8N is easier than actually coding, but once you start making these automations, what you'll find out is you do have to do some mapping, and the mapping, it's not immediately obvious what you should be mapping. And N8N really, the AI version of N8N really takes out the guesswork. So I think the only reason you should use self-hosted N8N if you're trying to optimize on savings. But I mean, the whole purpose of an automation is so that it takes less time than actually coding it yourself. So I would say N8N Cloud for the win. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. Have you used N8N AI already? Have you self-hosted? What do you think? Which one do you think is better? Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.